The Red Raiders are 2-0 in Big 12 play so far, winning on the road and at home, and sophomore point guard Davide Moretti is a big reason why. Thanks for joining the Red Raider Nation. I'm Ryan King. Tech beat Kansas State Wildcats on Saturday, 63-57. Moretti a big part of that success with a career and game-high 19 points, including 3 threes. Back-to-back big games for the sophomore, and his coach says it's not just his turn to step up, but he's earned it with the work he's put in and his production on the court.
He's a good college player. He's got to get a little stronger and tougher and more experienced, but he's taken the next step, which is hard to do. He came in here and contributed on a really good team last year and helped us in the month of March. And it just doesn't happen naturally. Some people think, well, Keenan leaves, it's more. It doesn't quite work that way. Like, you have to work and to take that next step from contributor to, you know, kind of main minute player that we're going to trust in different situations. So a lot of work's gone into this.
Tonight I was feeling it, but you know, my teammates need me, and I try to help them out to win the game.
The men not the only basketball team in action this weekend. The Lady Raiders opened their Big 12 home schedule, but no soft opening. Chrislyn Carr and the Lady Raiders welcomed in the number 8 Baylor Lady Bears and Kalani Brown, fresh off a win over number 1 UConn. Early in this one, Sydney Goodson gets the ball beyond the arc. She pulls the trigger and hits a 3. Tech with an early 8-4 lead. Goodson would end with 15 points. Near the end of the first, Brittany Brewer gets the pass down low. She turns, shoots a mid-range shot, and hits it. Tech up 14-13. Good fight against the Lady Bears. In the second quarter we go. The Lady Raiders love the 3. We know that about Coach Stallings. Chrislyn Carr hits one here, and Tech is hanging around, down only 5. But later in the second, Lady Raiders trying to impose their will down low, not just at the 3-point line. Aaron DeGray gets it. She powers in a layup, trying to get it going on all ends of the court. Now, just before the end of the half, Carr again, she had the green light all game long. Clearly, Coach Stallings said, shoot whenever you can. A 3 here cuts the halftime lead down to just 15. Carr would end with a team-high 19 points, but just not enough. Lady Raiders fight hard, but fall to Baylor 73-56, still winless in the Big 12.
We're still working on the part of believing and competing. There are multiple times in the third quarter we could have gotten it to a 10-point game if we could have capitalized on some offensive possessions. And that's one of our big takeaways from the game, is to, in those moments, you've got Brown on the bench with foul trouble on and off all night. You have to capitalize when you're playing a high-caliber team like Baylor. You have to capitalize in those moments. So we're certainly not into moral victories, but I do believe that holding a team like this or having a final score that's 17-point differential is something that we can definitely build off of.
The NFL playoffs in full swing with the wild card round. Cowboys hosting the Seattle Seahawks yesterday. Late second quarter, Cowboys on the 11. Dak Prescott hits Michael Gallup with a short fade to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas up 10-6. Late third quarter we go. Russell Wilson, he decides to just keep it himself. Of course, everyone knows he can scramble. He runs in for the 4-yard touchdown. Seattle up 14-10. Now later in the game, Cowboys up 3, middle of the fourth, marching. But Prescott keeps himself and runs for 16 yards, dives, he gets flipped all the way down to the 1. Dallas will punch it in. One play later, the Cowboys win in advance, beating the Seahawks 24-22. Now in Baltimore, former Texas Tech running back and Chargers head coach Anthony Lynn taking his team to face the Ravens. We joined this one late in the fourth. Chargers up 23-3. Seems over. But Lamar Jackson with the lob to the end zone. Michael Crabtree catches it for a 31-yard touchdown, and it's a 13-point game. Ravens get the ball back again, this time on the 7-yard line. Jackson scrambles, and who's he find? Of course, the former Red Raider great again, Crabtree, originally called down at the 1, but the call would be reversed to a touchdown. But too little, too late. Chargers beat the Ravens 23-17, and Anthony Lynn and his team will advance. And here's something funny. In the AFC, the Texans lost and the Ravens lost. But there are 2 Texas Tech Red Raiders on those teams scoring all 3 touchdowns, with Michael Crabtree scoring both for the Ravens, Texans with Kiki yesterday.
You're right.
So if they had more Red Raiders, they would have won.
That's we talked about yesterday.
100% of the touchdowns.
The key to success on all scores
Red Raiders.
is to draft Red Raiders.
100% of the touchdowns for the losing team scored by Red Raiders.
There you go.
Take that.
Take that.
That's
They just need more of us.
It's
right?
a good stat for everyone at home.
Very legitimate stat as well.
It's very scientific.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. We'll be right back.